everyone, welcome back to the Mia Carice Show. We have our guest today, McKinley Lordy. McKinley is a rising sophomore here at Norfolk State University. McKinley, what's your major?
My major is business and entrepreneurship.
And what would you like to do with that major?
While in college, I want to figure out which pathway I want to go within business. There's so many different areas, but right now I'm really focused on retail and real estate. So I just want to figure out which area I feel comfortable in, what I enjoy, and then later by the time that I graduate, I want to start my own international real estate agency.
Oh, got big dreams, big dreams. So what's the biggest factor that has helped you be successful so far in college?
I would say the biggest factor that's helped me be successful is always being told to take advantage of the opportunities presented to me. I know my mom, since I was younger, she's always told me, you know, you can do anything you want to do in life. And I think that it's important, especially, I wouldn't say I did a lot in high school, but I wanted to change that by the time I got to college. So I wanted to become involved in this, that, and that. And I think it's just important that today, with our youth and the society that we live in, that we take advantage of every single opportunity presented to us.
Definitely. So you said high school years. Where did you spend your high school years? Like, where are you from?
So I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I went to a school called West Bloomfield High School, which is in a suburban area.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Okay. So what are your success habits? Like, what do you do to always come out strong in a situation? When it comes to like schoolwork or just in general, like when you host events? I know you are very known around campus.
I would say to come out strong, always be comfortable with what you're doing or what you want to achieve. I know, for example, when the university had the photo shoot, I love taking pictures, I love being in pictures. So as soon as they sent that email, I was quick to respond, tell them I was interested in the photo shoot, and now I'm on a billboard. Running for Mr. Honors College, I think that was the first thing. No, I was involved in RHA first, but running for Mr. Honors College, that was my first like title where I felt like, wow, you know, I'm the face of kind of the Honors College in a sense. As far as Residence Hall Association, I'm the vice president of Mid-Rise Residential Hall Association. I think what's helped me be comfortable in my positions is the people I'm surrounded with, you know, influencing me or pushing me to do good, and knowing that there's always room for error.
Right. So
not to be afraid to take risks, try something different. I think that's very important when you're going into these different areas, becoming involved on campus. You should step out of your comfort zone.
So recently you just won Mr. Sophomore.
Yes.
So what do you plan on doing with that title around campus?
As Mr. Sophomore, as a freshman, since I've noticed that within our class, there seems to be like this stereotype where if you live in mid-rise, you're bougie, you're too smart, you think you're too good, and the towers, the west side of campus is considered the ghetto. And I never liked how people actually fed into that stereotype. I know that majority of our freshman class like lives over there, but I want to bridge the gap between the two, because honestly, we all here for the same purpose.
Right.
We all trying to get a degree, education, things like that. So I think that if we look past where we live at and actually take the time to get to know these people who we're going to spend the rest of our 4 years with, who we're going to share classes with, be in the same orgs with, you get to know more people, because college mainly is about education comes first, but it's about your network. What are you going to do after college? Who are you going to know? Because I always know that your network is your network. And I want to make sure that, you know, everybody meets the people that they might need to call later in life. And also, I would say that as Mr. Sophomore, I want our class to take advantage, like I said in the first question, take advantage of the opportunities. You know, I was the only one running for Mr. Sophomore, but there should be way more people running. You
encourage other people to.
Exactly. With that title, you meet the president, for example. You meet different people. So it's all about expanding your network.
Oh, for sure. So what was one of the hardest decisions you had to make so far in college? And How did you make that decision? What was your process?
The hardest decision I had to make was actually before, like right before college. It was me making the decision to come here. So I want to say it was close to the end of June, mid to late June. I was actually in an entrepreneurship competition at the school I was actually going to go to before Norfolk State, called Grand Valley State University. And basically they had summer teen entrepreneurs, that's what it's called, Teen Summer Entrepreneurship Summer Academy. And so basically they took 25 students from Detroit, the Metro Detroit area, and then around 35 students from the Grand Rapids area. And so we all spent a week at Grand Valley State University, and we competed in a competition that revolved around making Grand Rapids a smart city, using smart technologies, something similar to stuff we might be using in the future. And in that competition, my team, we came in first place, won $2,500 split between the 5 of us, and also I was voted MVP out of a group of 70 students, just for taking that leadership role. So that was fun. But aside from that, during that week while I was there, my mentor from the program I am in back home, called Midnight Golf, he texted me and had told me that based on my academics, I had the potential to receive a full ride from Norfolk State. And at first I was kind of hesitant because I was like, okay, I'm here at Grand Valley. I'm already meeting the dean of the School of Business and making these connections with the faculty here. And I've already paid my enrollment and housing deposit, so it's like, can't get that money back.
Right.
But I wasn't sure that I just wanted to switch schools where I was going to in the fall that quick. Or I just didn't want to switch in general because I felt like it was too late. And so it took me, I want to say about 2 weeks before I came to my senses and actually make the decision to confirm that I wanted to apply to the school I wanted to come here. It wasn't until one of my other mentors who called me, she said, don't get comfortable with being comfortable. And that just registered with me because that basically, I took that to mean be comfortable with stepping outside of your comfort zone. Right. Of course, you're not gonna enjoy everything that you do in life. You might not like every decision you make, but everything's a learning lesson.
Right.
So I took that as come to NSU, see what you like about it, what you don't like about it, if you want to spend your next 4 years here. And I don't know why I didn't just make the decision to come here quicker, because I wanted to go out of state for college since I started applying to colleges, but that hesitation set me back for a few weeks. But honestly, I can say that coming here was probably one of the best decisions I've made so far. Right. I mean, just from my freshman year, vice president, Mr. Honors College, Mr. Sophomore, on a billboard in Chesapeake. It's just the opportunities are endless.
So you feel that Norfolk was the best decision for you?
Definitely.
That's good. So what is the best advice you can give for anybody watching who wants to go down the same path, who wants to like come out of their comfort zone and do the same things and I want to say like achieve the same successes that you have achieved, basically?
I would recommend, well, personally, like in high school, I was like a extroverted introvert. No, introverted extrovert. So I was just comfortable talking to the people who I knew for a long time, stuff like that. I wasn't the first one to just initiate conversation with anybody. Mm-hmm. Whereas in college, I have no problem talking to this person, that person, that person. I feel more like I've grown socially. I think I would recommend that for someone who like wanted to achieve some of the same things as me is to, one, never care about what anyone else has to say about you. I think you should definitely be comfortable with who you are inside. Never allow anyone to try to tarnish your character, who you are, who you want to be, because at the end of the day, you're in control of your own destiny. So that's what I was saying.
That's good advice. And if you could start all over again, like this whole freshman year over again, what would you do differently, or would you even do anything differently?
The only thing I would do differently with my freshman year, I would say the first few weeks, I was kind of reserved. I wasn't really avidly seeking out things to do because, you know, in a different state, didn't really know anybody. But definitely, I mean, you're going to spend the rest of your 4 years here. You might as well just start a conversation with, you know, somebody next door to you, anybody who you might just pass. I think you just be open. Be open-minded to
Open to everything.
new people, new experiences, new everything.
Okay. So do you feel like you were open enough to being out of your comfort zone? Or did you ever feel uncomfortable at all, ever doing like, you know, running for Mr. Sophomore or running for Mr. NSU or, I mean, not Mr. NSU, but Mr. Honors College? Did you ever feel like it was too much on you?
I didn't
Too
feel
much pressure?
I didn't feel like it was too much pressure because me going after these things, I knew what I was getting myself into. So I knew that I was going to have to balance social life and academics. Of course, academics are going to come first regardless.
And how did that go?
The balance.
Balancing your schoolwork and then all these extracurriculars that you have.
Balance, that really is key. I recognize that, like I said, academics always come first. So if I'm struggling over here, something over here has to give. So I'm gonna direct all my attention over here, make sure all my work is done, make sure I seek help if I need to get tutoring, talk to the professor, go to the office hours, something like that. Recognize that it's okay to go receive help. Social aspect, that's very big in college too. I think college is full of different experiences, and I think that everyone should grow socially in college, try new things, see what you like, don't like, experiment. As far as me, any recommendations for balancing, get all your schoolwork out the way first. Make connections. Connections is another thing too. Establish relationships with your professors. Like, you establish a good enough relationship, sometimes you might be slacking and they'll look out for you. I've had that happen on multiple occasions, but I think that's definitely important to have balance between social life and academics in college.
For sure. So here's our last question. I want to know, who's your most admired person? Who do you look up to and strive to be like?
My most admired person would probably be my mother, actually. Just hearing everything like she's went through in life, all the trials and tribulations, just her still overcoming and not allowing anyone or anything to destroy her character. I think in life we're all going to face hardships, we're all going to face adversity, and we're also going to face accomplishments. But it's a matter of how you react to those hardships and adversity to showcase where you'll go in the future. I think just her instilling in me to be the best I can be. Don't let anyone stop me from being me. Becoming involved, everything like that. Everything, she always wanted me to be better than her. And she knows that. She always calls me the phenomenal one out of my siblings. But definitely just throughout life, just growing up with her, she just, I feel like her and my dad, they've shaped me into being the best I can be.
That's great. Both parents in your life raised a great person. So
Thank you.
that's all the time that we have today. Thank you for being on the Nia Carice Show. We'd like to have you back. And yeah.